Special thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing access to the Grange Mudroom Kit. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Today we're doing a speed build in Windenburg, and we're doing it on the little island portion of Windenburg on the 30 by 20 lot. Pretty sure this is where the bros live or something like that. But anyway, they have a really nice house to begin with, but I've really wanted to do a little cozy seaside cottage using the Grange Mudroom Kit, where we're going to use some of those items scattered throughout, which really help tie the whole look together of the little cottage. And the idea, especially with the exterior, was that over time Sims have kind of added on different rooms and different spaces to make it feel a bit more modern and, you know, have more space and everything like that, including this little glass area with the glass walls, which is kind of like a double floor kind of feature. Really neat space and a really nice house all said and done. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But before we go any further, I do want to quickly mention the Sims 4 Adventure Awaits comes out on October 2nd. So if you're pre-ordering, feel free to use my creator code, and that goes to support me as a creator. So thank you so much in advance if you do decide to use my code. And thank you so much for EA for sponsoring this portion of the video. But all in all, I do want to quickly mention that if you want to take a chance at a giveaway for the new expansion pack, I will be hosting a giveaway over on Instagram. I will put a link in the video description below, as well as a pinned comment, which you can find down in the comments section to go to my Instagram and enter. And that will run through October 3rd. So basically the day after the expansion pack comes out, I will be selecting a winner for that. So very cool stuff. Make sure to enter. It's free, of course. So, I mean, unless you have an Instagram, you'll need an Instagram. But other than that, so yeah, on the front here, I was kind of playing around with the roofing. I wanted to have like a piece of roof next to a small balcony, but then it was just looking weird. And then, you know how the railings just kind of lose their like post on the end of it when a roof is too close. Yeah, that was happening. So I was like, what if I just continue the railing all the way across? So we do that, and it butts into the other little piece of roof there. And I think it looks all right. There's no railing on the other side, but that's okay because the roof kind of acts as like a divide there. We're also using some base game windows and this beautiful doorway with the open doors. This is going to be a upper bedroom here where those open doorways are, and then out the back is like a dining room space. I did not set the front door, and when playtesting, I realized Sims were actually coming through this back door space, like literally just walking into the house because there's no place for them to like knock or anything. So if you do grab it from the gallery, make sure to set the front door to the front door. I didn't think that would be an issue. Normally the game will set the first door you place as the front door, but I just realized that I placed those doors first and not the actual front door. The house went through multiple color changes, trying to figure out a tone, but I do settle on this gray color in the end, and then this little like bump out room in the front actually, I believe, gets some like shakers or something. So that'll be kind of nice. Just kind of makes it look like it was an add-on after the fact. Figuring out some flooring now. I used Business and Hobbies hardwood, the wide plank. Absolutely love that. And then I'm just using the gray brick, continuing that around here. I've never used this foundation color before. I think it's base game, but it's actually quite nice. And I used the fairy pack. I'm having a blank on the name of that. Enchanted by Nature. There we go. Got it. Gosh, so many packs and kits. It's so hard to remember the names. But yeah, I use that for the railings just to kind of fit with that more cozy vibe. We kind of mix that with cottage living, which they actually go well together. So I think that's great. We use the cottage living kitchen set here in this like nice light wood yellow tone color. And then we're just putting some saucer lights around to kind of brighten up the space. I do shrink down this chimney stack by 1x1 tile instead of 2x2, but we do that later. I thought like it would have fit better having like a 2-tile fireplace, but it just looks so strange to me, and I didn't really like how it looked. So we do swap that out and just put a little wood stove there, which still is cozy and nice, but I think it fits the space better. I did use this white plank or shiplap, vertical shiplap, throughout most of the house. And then this is one of the bedrooms. There are 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The bathrooms are these weird long spaces off the side of the build, kind of like an afterthought, but it was also to bring some more dimension to the exterior of the house. And of course, if you want to grab the house, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. Here is the gallery listing. I just called it Driftwood Cottage. It's 30 by 20 lot, only 45,961 simoleons, and I used 14 packs in total. I also do want to quickly talk about on the 18th of September, just this past week, The Sims released an update for the Adventure Awaits expansion pack. So they introduced a lot of new base game features, such as a new playground venue. You can now filter venue types when you're planning an event. So for example, like if you just want to see nightclubs or parks or whatever, you can actually filter rather than see like all of the lots together for venues. So it's kind of nice to narrow it down if you're looking for something specific. Child Sims will also have a new play pretend interaction, and then there is a merfolk baby bassinet, which I think is kind of random to add, but it is added nonetheless and in the game now. Also, they announced an autumn apparel kit. They did not state whether this was a creator kit. They didn't really give a whole lot of details either. It was just at the bottom of the posting, but that is coming sometime in October. I imagine sometime after the expansion pack releases. And one other feature they talked about for people that play Sims on Windows, I do not, but I just thought I would mention it because it's kind of techy and kind of fun. But they are introducing a new memory boost feature, and that'll come out on the 23rd of September. So this Tuesday, 2025, I should mention. So basically, you need to have DirectX 11 of the game running, and it'll be available in the game options for you to play. And basically what it does is it optimizes memory usage, reduces lag, and improves frame rates. Doesn't say by how much, so that'll be interesting. It doesn't give you any kind of percentage points, like something like, it improves frame rates by like 20%. Like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't give a whole lot of details about what it does, but that is coming for Windows players. So yeah, very cool stuff. Always nice to see base game improvements, of course, especially now with like all the content we have. There's just so much stuff. So I'm surprised the game can still keep up, but I guess that's without, they need to optimize it, of course, to keep it going and to keep it having a solid base and foundation. But anyway, back to the builds. We kind of sidelined there, but we're now putting together the bedrooms. Most of the living space and kitchen and stuff went together. I do come back later and kind of clutter up with some more decorations and stuff. And we do change out this wallpaper. This wallpaper was from the Grange Mudroom Kit, but I decided to go for something a bit more plain and simple, just to kind of fit with the overall vibes of the cottage and more of the clean aesthetic that I was going for. I don't know. The wallpaper just seemed a bit too busy, but it also kind of clashed with the furniture. So yeah, and we do swap out these end tables and this dresser bit there. We end up using the storage cabinets, which are not functional. They're more decorative, but I just liked how they looked to make it more like a walk-in wardrobe kind of thing. And now we're putting a little candle around, a couple little candles here on the wall. They are from Business and Hobbies. And then we are doing the downstairs bath. We slide in 2 vanities here. All placing them together just so they're like closer together and it looks actually quite nice and cohesive. And then we flip around and do a shower tub combo, which I believe that is from Growing Together, and then a toilet and toilet paper and stuff. We do change out those towels and the toilet paper holder for the ones from the sleek bathroom kit. Now upstairs, this bathroom got a sleek bathroom. So there's a walk-in shower with a glass divide. And that is kind of like right in front of the window that overlooks the sea there, or the like fishing dock or whatever. But still nice, great view to shower to. There's also a tub in here. And then, of course, there's the vanity and the toilet is over in the corner. And this is all functional. It kind of looks kind of tight, but it is all functional and Sims are able to navigate around. So it's perfect. I was actually a little worried about that, but especially with the tub, like on the second floor bathroom here, like being so close to the vanity, but it's all right. Now we're using some more Grange Mudroom Kit here in the bedroom upstairs, in the kind of lofted bedroom, because there's no door to this particular bedroom. You just kind of walk straight up the steps into it. So kind of nice. And then we do put an area rug under the bed. And then I come back to this bedroom, and this is kind of where we change up some things, I believe. Nope, not yet. Not yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. I did find the storage cabinet. I decided to tuck that in the corner up there in the bedroom there. I just thought it was kind of neat. And then this is when we change out this bedroom. And I use some more of the Grange Mudroom Kit. And I believe this longer bit functions as a dresser. So that's really nice. I really like the color. I feel like it goes better with the like the bed and everything that I chose to go in here. So and it was a nice use case for the kit, because it's not really a mudroom in a sense. You know, I'm using it in other areas of the house, like a bedroom and like the hallway and stuff like that. I'm not really making a mudroom, so to speak, out of it, but that's just kind of showing you just how versatile the actual kit is. So yeah, this is the kitchen clutter kit. So I'm using a lot of that to clutter up the kitchen. But I didn't overly clutter it. I wanted to be able to, you know, for Sims to be able to make meals and stuff. I did not put a coffee maker or dishwasher or microwave. I just wanted to keep it kind of simple and clean, and they do have enough to cook basic meals. But if you want those things, of course, they are always in the catalog, and you can kind of shuffle things around. This is where we shrink the chimney down, because I got rid of the fireplace, and we're putting in a stove, which is from Horse Ranch. I did try the Eco Lifestyle one at first, but then I thought that kind of looked a little too modern. And then we use a bookshelf from Businesses and Hobbies, which of course looks modern, but it looks like not like ultra modern, if you know what I mean. Like the Eco Lifestyle like stove fireplace thing just looked a bit too modern, although it's kind of like a mishmash of styles anyway throughout the house. But I don't know, I just kind of liked the Horse Ranch version more. Just seemed a bit more cozier, I guess, which is always a good thing when it comes to a cottage. Just adding in some more clutter here in the bedroom upstairs, including some books and some perfume and things, and some potted plants. And I believe we move around to, the living space. I add in some curtains over these windows, even though like there's no point because the whole like door is wide open. And then we do a little welcome mat. And then I use this rug bit that looks like brick. That was like a base game thing. And I kind of made like a fireplace around with it, because it's nice because it's not like a full tile wide. So it's nice to use that. And then I put some pictures up on the walls. And then now we're moving to the exterior, where we're going to landscape and everything like that. So since the game was updated, I am missing the tool mods. So a lot of things are kind of weird, and I'm seeing a lot of debug items. Most of the mods that I have are updated, but tool and like better build buy and stuff have not yet been updated for this Adventure Awaits game update. So, but the whole idea for EA releasing it early was that it allows modders and content creators to get the game ready for the Adventure Awaits expansion pack and make sure everything's compatible. So not a huge deal. I didn't really need tool so much. Maybe I could have used it for the landscaping plants, because it seemed like some of the grasses were floating, especially when I kind of placed them around the like rocks and stuff. I kind of wanted to bring some of the surrounding landscape that you might see, like the rocks and the grasses there, onto the actual lot. But yeah, like the grasses look like they're floating, and I really did wish I had tool for that, because you could just lower the grasses just a little bit to make it look like they're actually touching the ground. So I don't know why it's like that, but yeah, you can see it's like, oh, this is floating. So I'm trying to like hide that as best as I could with the rocks, but it still looked weird and floating, but it is what it is. Couldn't do much without tools. So, but it'll be updated. I'm sure Twisted Mexi will pull through and get it updated at some point. There's plenty of time to do that. So I'm, it's all good. Just doing some more landscaping around the back here now. We're just bringing in some more bushes and grasses and things. But I kept it pretty simple using some of the same items, but I think it really feels quite nice and kind of fits into the overall area and this portion of Windenburg. So yeah. And weirdly, the back part of the lot is actually the front of the lot. So I know like the front door is on the other side, but you know, I guess your Sims will still walk through the back door. It's just the front door is set as the door out here. But that's okay. You know, it's fine. It's just I liked designing from the back anyway, because the glass living room was supposed to be like the feature and focal point. Though the front is actually really nice and cute too. I like the different textures. Like you have the brick and then you have like the shakers on a couple of portions of the build. But yeah, also looks beautiful in a bunch of different lighting. I mean, maybe, you know, most lighting, I should say. But yeah, except when it's like cloudy, then it looks strange. But yes, here is the finished Driftwood Cottage. Again, you can find it on the Sims 4 gallery. My EA ID is just TheSimified. And also don't forget about the Adventure Awaits giveaway that I'm hosting on Instagram. You can go and enter that now. The link is in the video description as well as in a pinned comment. Of course, if you want to read more about the patch news and all of the new features that EA added, including like memory boost and stuff, I will put a link in the video description for that as well. I forgot to mention that after I talked about it earlier in the video, but yeah, I will put all the links down below so you can kind of check out all that stuff. And there's like screenshots of like the playground venue and the merfolk baby bassinet and like the little teaser of the autumn apparel kit, though. It doesn't look that exciting, but again, there's not a whole lot of details. There were just like 3 things shown off. So it was kind of like a very, very small teaser, if you will. So yeah, but I always like some autumn apparel. So, you know, especially it is now the time for that. So yeah, we are now moving through the bedrooms of the house. And these are the bathrooms up close. And you can see how I swapped out some of those items just because it looks, you know, a little bit better, a little more lived in, I think. I did not put like a toothbrush or anything up here on this sink because it didn't really fit all that well with the sink bowl. And then we're moving upstairs to the last bedroom of the house. And that is pretty much it. I do hope you enjoyed this speed build. And of course, I do thank you for watching. Feel free to leave any comments below for any suggestions on speed builds you want to see, especially for the Adventure Awaits expansion pack, because that'll be here very, very soon. But I do thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon with another speed build.